na sabihin, idinala sa bahay nyo yung pera. Doon po sa simbahan ng JIL Church. Mr. President, hindi ko alam kung anong mararamdaman nyo kung nasa sapatos ko po kayo. Kahit si Satanas, hindi papayag dun sa script niya. Tatanggap ka ng suhol sa simbahan. Tapos, kung ano yung sabihin niya, yun ang masusunod.
He's a liar who is the #1 suspect of this corruption, what is happening in our country today.
Maalala po natin, Mr. President, na nung pangalawang hearing po ng Blue Ribbon Committee, doon po namin finload yung idea na kung nais po ng mga resource persons, particularly po yung mga 15 contractors na naimbita sa ating Blue Ribbon, kung gusto ninyo na magsalita kayo, come into the open, pinload po namin sa second hearing yon. Makakatulong po kayo sa Estado, lalong-lalo na po kung magbabanggit kayo ng mga taong alam ninyo na mas malaki kaysa sa inyo kung bakit nangyari ang matinding korupsyon sa ating bansa. So pinupload po natin yung idea na maaari silang mag-apply under the Witness Protection Program. Kaya po yung una nilang pananalita, nung sila ay wala pa po at hindi pa nakumbinsi siguro na lalabas, iba po yung kanilang testimony sigurado. Ngunit nung malaman nila na may pagkaseryoso naman po yung offer namin, na kung makakatulong po kayo, magsabi na kayo ng totoo, baka po, sabi namin, yung criminal prosecution, madidispense na yon, pinaka most likely siguro, pagdating ng araw, civil liability na lang ang haharapin ninyo. Meron po akong paniwala na pinag-isipan nilang mabuti yon, kaya lumabas yung mag-asawa na yon. Nung lumabas sila, natural dahil sa magsasabi na sila ng totoo, lalabas po talaga kung anong gusto nilang sabihin. Maring taliwas po doon sa narinig na nauna na pahayag ni Senator Kiko. Sa mga tweet, hindi po pwedeng pagbasihan yung nauna nilang pagsagot sapagkat hindi pa sila nakapagpasya na kanilang sasabihin na kung anong nalalaman nilang totoo sa kanilang kalooban. Yun po yung totoong nangyari ron. Kaya hindi po ako naniniwala nang dahil lamang doon sa maaring hindi pareho nung una yung kanyang testimony at doon niya na sinabi yung buong katotohanan ay maaring edited o maaring may pagbabago o hindi pwedeng pagbasihan. Sa aking palagay po, ang pinag-uusapan natin, ano man yung kanilang sinumite, wala pong karapatan ang sino man sa atin na husgahan yun eh. Yun po yung kanilang nalalaman eh. Pagdating po ng araw, ang korte na po ang gagamit doon. Kung sakasakaling matapos po yung investigasyon na ito, nagkaroon po ng committee report at sinumiti po at ang rekomendasyon po ay ipagsakda lahat ang mga tao may kinalaman dito. Yun pong mga ganong klaseng dokumento ay pupunta rin sa korte eh. And in the final analysis, only the court can determine yung veracity o yung kawalang katwiran, kung meron man, ng mga naunang pahayag. Yun po yung gusto naming mapansin, Mr. President. Salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Marcoleta. The Senate President is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I decided to go down from the rostrum so that I can either answer or debate with any or with any interpellations from our colleagues. No? But let me just try to explain some of the points that were raised that, to me, and that is my opinion, inaccurate yung mga intindi or inaccurate yung perception in these interviews that the media has been conducting with me. Ang totoo nga yan, dami ko pa nga iniiwasan na interview eh. Kukunti pa nga yun eh. Pero whenever I am asked, I come out with my opinion. You don't like my opinion, but you have to respect it. In much the same way as I respect your opinion, whatever it is. No, but when it comes to the issue of legal, there are rules to follow. So let me start with what the minority leader said as far as the Blue Ribbon Committee is concerned and the order. Malinaw sa rules natin eh. A witness cited in contempt may be ordered by detained in such a place as may be designated by the committee alone or, andun yung or with the concurrence of the Senate President by either A, one detention order. So it's the Senate President has the power to do that. Ngayon, nung binibigay sa akin yung binigay sa akin yung sulat para i-recommend yung witness protection program ng mga Diskayas, ang feeling ko incomplete eh. Ang usapan at narinig ko ito kay Secretary of Justice, kailangan tell all, hindi tell half. Di ba? Ang mga binabanggit, 2022 to 2025 eh. Sila number one contractor 2016 to 2022 eh. Ba't wala doon ang kwento? Di ba? So, you cannot blame me if I do not want to immediately do that. No? And then I know for a fact, as I said in the media, I know that there is a possibility that we will change the leadership the following day. All right. Now, let me continue with some of the opinions that were aired. Well, of course, yung nabanggit kanina ni Senator De La Rosa, pasensya na, baka nabigla ako at nagamit ko yung salitang gimmick, ano? Pero it could had been a wrong word that I should not have used, no? Pwede kasing opinion yun, sapagkat yung public ang madalas kong marinig na sinagsasabi nun eh. Ano? Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing illegal or out of the rules that we have done. My opinion, as aired, kung hindi nyo nagustuhan, pagpasensya nyo ako. Kung hindi nyo nagustuhan yung mga sinabi ko, na opinion ko. Pero I never mentioned names. When I said, baka na-edit, tama yung sinabi ni Senator Pangilinan. Iba yung thinking eh. Bakit iisipin nyo kagad na pinapa-edit ko yung affidavit? Hindi ba? Hindi eh. So, and when I say those things, you should not feel alluded to. Wala naman akong binanggit na pangalan eh. Di ba? And then yung tinatanong, binanggit yung tungkol sa the Blue Ribbon being a lawyer, does not have anything to do with Senator Marcoleta. It was a question by the public. It was a question even by Secretary Claire Castro or Attorney Claire Castro. The question was, di ba kailangan abogado yun? So that was asked of me. And I said, no. Nothing in the rules says so. Wala naman talaga eh. As a matter of fact, we elected Sani Alvarez as Blue Ribbon Chairman for 2 years. And he is not a lawyer. Binagdebatihan na namin nila Neptali Gonzales yan, tsaka nila Ernie Maceda yan, matagal na. Ano? No. He's never a lawyer. Sani Alvarez was not a lawyer. Oh, we even debated about it. No, I am very sure, 100%. Oh. Anyway, so again, no, wala akong binabanggit na gano'n. You should not feel alluded to when I say na ang mga... Kasi, tinatanong nila, hindi naman daw abogado, Senator Lacson. Magaling na investigador eh. Di ba? Talo niya ng karaniwang abogado. Hindi ko sinabi, si Senator Marcoleta, abogado na yun o sino pang abogado. I never mentioned any name. I was saying, napakadaming abogado sa Pilipinas, libo-libo. So a lawyer who was not well-versed in investigation, mas gusto ko na yung investigador. That was my point. Ano ba? Why will you feel alluded to, Mr. President, if I did not mention your name? Di ba? Now, again, as far as the rules are concerned, the Senate President has the power to order his transfer, especially in this case, now I asked the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee after they sent a letter And it was done in court. It was done in the RTC 112 this morning. That was where the letter was transmitted to Attorney Valentina of the Senate Legal, who was representing the Senate in the hearing of the writ of amparo. Yun ang istorya nun. So the request was go back to the Senate. Ay sabi ko maganda, if that is your request, because that is precisely what the members of the minority wanted. Hindi ba? So no question. O ba't may question ngayon? Nalilipat natin, binalik natin sa Senate custody. Ano? And then also, to be fair to the OSAHA, ano? Every day, they monitor wherever that person is. Kahit na nung dinala natin yung si Colonel something sa Muntinlupa, mayroon tayong sa Pasay City Jail, si Balad Bayon. You don't need to have an OSAA there the whole day, 24 hours. It's not necessary. The important thing is it's under the custody of a legal custody. Yun ang importante ron. So hindi kailangan nakabantay ang OSAA doon. Now, if you want to change the rules, then you propose some amendment to the rules na gusto niyo, OSAA nakabantay kahit saan natin ilagay. Alright? Now, maraming nabanggit kaya isa-isa natin to. Pasensya na kayo. Ang Witness Protection Program, ang pagkakaalam ko, magkakaroon ng immunity from criminal prosecution. So kung natatakot sila sa kanilang security, bilyon-bilyon ng pera nila Ang dami nilang pwedeng bayaran sa security guard Kahit 1,000 security guard kaya nila Bakit kailangan ang gobyerno? Ay galit na ang mga tao dahil hindi nga natin malaman kung ilan yan, kung nangyari nga yan, kung sila nga yan, hindi po ba? Kaya we were just trying to be prudent. Konting konting hinay. Huwag yung sasabihin natin. Kaya sabi ko, ba't tayo nagmamadali? I'm not pertaining to any senator. Bakit, sana do not feel alluded to if I don't mention your name. Di ba? And then, state witness, there is no other direct evidence available for proper prosecution So, it is not applicable to the Discayas. At saka hindi rin pwede sapagkat ang pananaw ng karamihan, ang pananaw ng taong bayan, sila most guilty. Ang pwede sa Witness Protection Program, yun, not the most guilty. Ayun ang sinasabi ng batas. Anyway, as I said, the Senate President has the power to order the transfer. And if I have used a word that does not conform to your palate, then pagpasensyahan nyo. Pag ganun, pagkat karamihan ng binanggit ko, opinion ko. Kung ako ini-interview ng media, I always, as far as I'm concerned, tell the truth. Pag ang media kausap mo taong bayan Ganun yun. Kaya iniiwasan ko na hindi ako magsabi ng totoo. Kung opinion ko hiningi, binibigay ko opinion ko, hindi ko tinatago. So if you don't like my opinion, I'm sorry, Mr. President. But that's how it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to our Majority Leader. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I have been listening attentively to the statements, comments, ideas, arguments being raised in this August chamber. But I think the very first question that was raised when we opened the session is when Senator Bato de la Rosa asked as to whether or not plenary action can be superseded, Mr. President, by any action of the committee or even the Senate President. Mr. President, let me put on record my disagreement, Mr. President, with the decision that was made when Senator Jinggoy Estrada made a motion here in this August chamber, which was carried upon by the members of the Senate. So it was no longer just Senator Jinggoy or the members of the minority. It is the entire Senate who made that decision. And we wanted to put on record, Mr. President, why we supported that motion of Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Mr. President, last Tuesday, when this guy, the assistant district engineer from DPWH, mentioned the name of this representation and that of Senator Jinggoy, he immediately stated that he is scared of the Senate. He is scared of the Senate because he mentioned two senators. And during that time, Mr. President, Senator Tito Soto is already the Senate President. And then afterwards, a lot of congresspersons would say that he is safer in the House of Representatives. And then the lawyers of this fellow would mention na ngayon, all of a sudden, safe na siya dito sa Senado. It puts a bad taste in the mouth, Mr. President, na para po bang may mangyayari sa kanya pag nandito siya sa Senado. And that's why, again, when Senator Jinggoy made that motion, we all supported him. And not just the members of the minority, but the entire members of the Senate. And so, Mr. President, even if the majority right now, including some members of the minority, would support the idea of bringing him here in the Senate premises, Senate custody, I will have no objection, Mr. President. But as a former majority leader, I tried to look at the rules, Mr. President. I have not seen a single line in the Senate rules that says the plenary action ay po pwede pong masupersede ng anumang suggestion ng committee o ng mga abogado po natin sa Senado. But again, Mr. President, let me put on record, I will submit with the wisdom of the majority. If that is the desire of the majority, na ibalik po siya dito, yes, I have no problems with that, Mr. President. It's just that I appeal to my colleagues here. Dear colleagues, kung kayo ho dito ang isa sa mga pinangalanan, kahit wala hong ebidensya, kung kayo po dito ang ginawan ng, sabi nga ni Senator Cayetano, hindi screenshot picture ng isang telepono. Kayo ho yung gawan ng ganun. Kayo ho yung gawan. Doon ako sa PNP custodial. Doon ako sa Senado ngayon. Nagbago na isip ko. And then susunod ho tayo. Mahirap hulunukin yon, Mr. President. Dear colleagues, sana hindi nyo maranasan itong ginawa sa amin. Lahat ng katotohanan pumupunta sa atin. Yung sinasabing CA member ako, 2023 of October, 2024 po ako naging CA. Ang dami nyo rito, kalahati po dito CA nun. 2023, sabi, kino-confirm si Secretary Bunuan. 2022, confirmed si Secretary Bunuan. Paulit-ulit po ako dito, wala akong flood control, walang maiturong flood control. And yet, ito, paniniwalaan. Nasa news, nasa lahat po. Dito sa atin, binanggit yung mga kongresista, pero wala, parang falling to deaf ears, Mr. President. Again, Mr. President, hindi ko kailangan na may sumuporta sa akin dito sa Senado. Kahit isa po dito sa Senado, I appreciate yung mga naniniwala. Kung hindi kayo naniniwala, it's not my problem. Ang alam ko lang, Mr. President, mahirap na ikaw paparatangan tapos sa mismong sarili mong bahay, hindi ka maproteksyonan. Sa mismong sarili mong bahay, pinagdududahan ka o hindi ka man lang mapakinggan, Mr. President. At parang ang nagiging dating ngayon, kung ano ang gusto ni Bryce, nitong assistant district engineer, siya po yung masusunod. So yun lang Mr. President. Akin po, kung ibabalik po siya dito, let the plenary decide and let's continue to abide by our rules. Marami pong salamat, Ginoong Pangulo.
I received a report that Mr. Bryce Hernandez was transferred here from the Pasay City Jail. And it came to as a big surprise to this representation, since we approved that Bryce Hernandez be committed to the Pasay City Jail. We approved it in plenary. Mr. President, last Tuesday, when he appeared before the TRICOM at the House Committee, at the House of Representatives, the opening statement, if my memory serves me right, of Mr. Bryce Hernandez is that, pwede ba dito na lang ako makulong? Ayoko pong bumalik sa Senado dahil merong mga senador na involved dito sa flood control. And much to my surprise, he mentioned this representation together with Senator Joel Villanueva. After his testimony, full of lies, according to the Senate President, he talked with the Speaker of the House, and they reached an agreement that he be committed at the PNP Custodial Center. But when I discovered that when he was at the PNP Custodial Center, not one OSA member was guarding him there. Ni isa sa mga OSA na dapat meron tayong physical custody of that person. Wala nang pakialam ang pulis dyan eh. Tayo na ang may physical custody. Pero nasaan? Nasaan ang nagagwardya sa kanya doon? Eh kung biglang tumakas yun, biglang pinatakas ng pulis yun, paano na? So after that, nagdesisyon po tayo here, plenary, that we commit him at the Pasay City Jail. And everybody approved of it. When I made my motion, sinigundahan ni Majority Leader Senator Mig Zubiri, and no one objected. At ang sabi dito, I got hold of this letter from the lawyer of Mr. Bryce Hernandez. Third to the last paragraph. We appeal for this because today there is renewed faith. Ito, September 15, today. Under your leadership, Senate President Soto, and with Chairman Lacson's stewardship of the Blue Ribbon Committee, there is assurance that the Senate will stand not only as a body of discipline, but as an exemplar of fairness. Mr. President, noon Tuesday, sabi ni Bryce Hernandez, ayaw niya rito. Kayo na po ang Senate President noon. Bakit ngayon sasabihin itong abogado niya, there is renewed faith? Bakit nung sinabi ni Bryce Hernandez, Senate President po kayo, wala ba siyang faith sa inyo noon nung nagsalita siya? Noong Tuesday, na ayaw niya bumalik dito sa Senado? Bakit ngayon niya lang sasabihin na meron siyang renewed faith? Bakit lagi natin sinusunod ko ano gustong kapritsyo ni Bryce Hernandez? Gusto niya malipat sa ano? Ayaw niya rito, nilipat niyo sa custodial. Nung nilipat natin sa Pasay, gusto niya naman ngayon malipat dito. Ano ba talaga? Why are we giving so much importance or credence to this person who is a liar, who is the #1 suspect of this corruption, what is happening in our country today? Bakit? Bakit? Meron ba nagproprotection sa House of Representatives? Bakit nung nag-hearing ang Blue Ribbon Committee po, nung si Congressman Marcoleta pang chairman ng Blue Ribbon, nagbanggit si Diskaya, ilang congressman ang involved sa corruption? Pagdating nung kinabukasan, hindi na front page, hindi masyadong pinag-usapan. Nung si Bryce Hernandez na, nagbanggit ng 2 senador, front page na kagad kami. Kahit hindi totoo yung sinasabi niya, na walang basihan. 30% commission daw. How can I demand 30%? What is his basis, Mr. President? Pagkatapos niyan, Wala na, kumalat na. Front page na sa lahat ng mga newspaper of general circulation. Lahat na. Masama na kami ni Joel Villanueva. Sa social media, everything, lahat. I've been there. Kaya pinag-iingatan ko pangalan ko. Why should I do such a thing, Mr. President? Why? I will never do such thing, Mr. President. Porket ba I'm actively participating in the Blue Ribbon Committee? Porket ba matapang ako magtanong? Ako na kaagad ang target nila? Bakit? I'm just doing my job as your senator. I have an oath to defend. I want to get all the bad crooks here in the government. That is my duty as your senator, Mr. President. Mr. President, sobra-sobra na. Lahat po kami apektado na. Even the Senate as an institution is also affected by the testimony of one habitual liar. Bakit paniniwalaan natin siya? Bakit yung sinigaw ng mga congressman? Bakit? Bakit hindi natin imbestigahan? Bakit yung mga senador ang iniimbestigahan? Ako, I'm open to any investigation. In fact, Mr. President, ngayon pa lang, kahit hindi pa nagko-comment sa Blue Ribbon Committee ni Senator Lacson, ngayon pa lang, I'm willing to sign any waiver to open my bank accounts. And that I'll put that on record. I don't know with Senator Joel. Maybe he will also conform with my idea. So, Mr. President, wag naman ganun. Bakit panay senador lang ang gusto nilang ipako sa krus? Bakit yung mga ibang mga politiko? Dahil, porket masikat kami? Hindi naman yata tama yun. Pare-pareho lang tayo nasa gobyerno. Pare-pareho lang tayo naninilbihan dito. Yun lang po, Ginoong Pangulo. Maraming salamat po.